Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Nate's here, Noah's here, you know, the podcast.
The usual suspects.
Kevin Spacey's the usual suspect these days.
Hey, yo.
Oh my god, what an opening.
That's right, that wasn't as shocking as the Jared Fogle cameo in Jack and Jill last week.
The Uncut Virgin threatens to release another podcast.
True.
Threatens to release another episode. Hey, we have a new fan though.
Do we?
Yeah, I went on a date with a girl and she pity watched the podcast.
Oh, let's go. One of my
Oh,
classmates
I feel
in
bad
my
for her.
class said he'd watched the Jason X episode.
Oh,
Did he
okay,
say it
that's
was
a good
funny?
episode. Did he like my joke?
He hasn't
he's like,
told me he watched it yet, but said he was gonna
Oh.
watch
like-
it with his
he's like-
son, who likes horror movies.
he's like, this shit was ass. Never recommend it to me again.
You should tell him when he watches it to like put the movie up if you can, like on another tab or something, and just like simultaneously have like the movie running and like the audio, because that's what we should be doing for watch-alongs now.
That is what we should be doing. We should be including the movie audio. I looked it up. It probably won't be a copyright issue, but if it is, it's not like we're making money out of this
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
true.
like the worst thing is that the video gets taken down. I don't think we would get like the whole freaking channel taken down. It would just be like one copyright strike. That would be
Yeah.
worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's not
And
like
then so
we're
it's like,
not like
okay,
we're
don't do it.
monetized anyway.
Yeah. So then it's like, all right, don't do it again if it's a copyright strike. If it's just a claim, we're good. I remember though, my real NFL YouTube channel got taken down for like no reason. Y'all remember that?
I do remember that.
What is like?
No,
'Cause it was like impersonating. It got taken down for like impersonating the NFL randomly, even though the channel was up for like 3 years. And all of a sudden, I got an email about the channel being taken down, and it's like I didn't even get like any copyright strikes or anything. It just all of a sudden, yeah, your channel has been taken down. What?
What?
Big NFL was very against Noah's channel.
Yeah, the real NFL. Shout out, follow No Fake News NFL on Instagram, because the NFL is actually back now. The real NFL, of course, not the fake stuff you see with like the Chiefs and how the Chiefs got destroyed by the Eagles in that Super Bowl. That was fake.
Woo!
Big Pharma doesn't want you to hear this.
Hmm.
All right. Oh, I guess I should do movie news.
Yeah, I
No,
guess
it's
you
okay.
can,
You
like,
don't have to.
do stuff
That's
in the
alright.
podcast.
I guess I should do my job.
This is Nate's one task now that we've taken the Instagram away from him.
Well, that and I still make the thumbnails.
Oh, you didn't read the weekly email?
But he thinks I know how to read.
What does he even do?
I give mediocre takes and do thumbnails. That's what I do.
Mediocre is nice.
Well, I gotta hype myself up a little bit.
You can say the thumbnails are good because that's true.
Hey, I cooked on the Jack and Jill thumbnail.
Yeah, you did.
Other than the thing, that might be my best work.
Yeah, Goodwill Hunting is also really good though.
Oh yeah, just the random picture of Noah Chad.
What do you mean? It's just
if you
Noah.
know what the context of that photo, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. We're not gonna say it here, but if you know, you know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know you know.
He knows.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who he sent that picture to originally.
No, I think he just sent it to the group chat.
I sent it to the group chat. Probably when Gabe was posting some wild stuff too, and I had to match his energy real quick.
Hold up, let me match the energy real quick.
That's kind of how it is sometimes in the group chat. Gabe will just send some random stuff that's crazy, and then people will just be like, all right, let's go one up him.
Gabe, the forgotten member of the Uncut Version podcast.
Yeah, he was going to be on it, but for some reason wasn't.
Because he was a
He's here for
pussy.
some reason. Alright,
Hey, Noah, did you hear we're replacing you with Colby when you go to college?
I apologize to the viewers.
but he can't even say that with a straight face.
No. We had him on for an attempt at one episode, and if we had him on for an attempt at a second episode, I might kill myself.
Yeah,
Nate
maybe
can back me up. It was that bad.
It was that bad. I think he could be considered for a special episode on the BTB podcast, but it's a consideration. It's nothing. Nothing is
I
set
don't
there.
know. I think he's still on probation for quite a while.
Hey, listen. Have you seen his March Madness bracket though? But he cooked. Like he cooked.
No, he's gonna lose the bracket, you idiot. I'm gonna win it if Florida wins the championship.
He's
Yeah,
still sitting at like 99% accuracy though.
No, well, womp womp. He's not gonna win the bracket. It's me or Ryne. Who cares? I don't care about your 99% accuracy. He's probably not even that anymore.
Yeah, like it's literally going to be.
Yeah,
it's
what about my 50? Hold my 58.8%. That's somehow gonna win the bracket.
It's all right, Logan.
Yeah.
Logan had a nice 16%.
Who do you pick to win?
He picked UNC Wilmington.
Oh, okay, so Logan trolled. Why did Riley pick St. John's, bro?
Who did I pick? Houston, right?
You picked Houston.
You're
Yeah.
the only two.
So it's basically, yeah. So whoever gets that. So if Houston wins, you win the bracket. If Florida wins, I win the bracket.
Yeah, Colby can't even get any more. Colby picked Auburn and Duke to go to the national championship.
Yeah.
What do I get if I win the bracket? Do I get like an over the pants hand job or something?
We'll see.
We'll think of
Potentially.
The council will decide. But like, what do I get if I win though? It's gotta be like special for me.
Oh, it could be an under the pants one.
Oh.
Anyway, how about movie news?
But it's from Colby.
No.
No movie news for us. Let's talk about movies on our movie podcast instead of our March Madness bracket.
Fine. Peacemaker season 2 is releasing on August. Yay.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, Peacemaker. I like Peacemaker. It's a good show. Last of Us season 2 is releasing next week. Boo.
Boo.
You watch your damn mouth. Season 1 was excellent.
Yeah,
I never even watched season 1.
Have you played The Last of Us Part 2?
I know nothing about.
I have, and there's a chance they don't even go with that story.
That would be great. That would be great because that story is terrible.
Well, they said they'll probably end up doing it, but you know how there's a time jump?
Yeah.
They said there's a very good chance that they're going on what happens in that time jump. For season 2, at least.
That's good, at least. Just hold off for a little bit before we have to see The Last of Us Part 2.
Adaptation, that's all we'll say.
Yeah.
It's still a pretty recently new game, I guess.
Yeah, Noah, you're going to love this. The new Fantastic Four movie is reportedly taking inspiration from Stanley Kubrick, which means there's going to be no story, and it's just going to be visuals.
Okay, to be fair, though, I've barely watched Stanley Kubrick movies, and it was just like 2001 pretty much. So he's probably a lot better than that, I would hope.
Nah.
But we're gonna see. I gotta get back to like actually watching movies consistently. So I think
you do. I've been carrying, and I've only watched 4 movies this month.
We'll be back. Well, I did watch the Minecraft movie, so I finally watched something outside of the podcast.
The month just started, Ryne.
I know. I watched 4 movies this one. Actually, I watched 5. Are we doing the? Is this where we're gonna talk about the Mein Kampf movie?
Oh no, we'll get there. Trust me.
Oh.
We gotta build some.
Slight spelling mistake from Ryne there.
Slight spelling mistake.
Sorry, guys. I'm dyslexic.
Listen, we got to build some anticipation for the greatest cinematic masterpiece of all time.
What, Mein Kampf or Minecraft?
Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we get there.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that on our podcast.
Tron Ares is releasing in October.
October 10th. If we do a mini review for that, or maybe for the October roundup, I will get my friend Peyton on the podcast because for some reason Tron Legacy is his favorite movie.
Valid.
I don't think it is, but
I like Tron
please the
Legacy.
run.
It's all right.
I do too. I don't know. Yeah, it's all right. Not enough to make it my favorite movie.
Maybe he's just got a good memory with it. You know, just like me with Fury.
You with what?
Fury.
You with yeah, have a good memory with the depressing ass World War II movie. It's like you with what is it? Once Upon a Time Without Santa Claus or whatever.
A Year Without Santa Claus.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time Without Santa Claus. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's Santa Claus now?
A Year Without in Hollywood.
A Year Without Interstellar Whiplash in Hollywood causes Fury to Django Unchained. And it's Hereditary. So don't call the nice guys.
Absolute cinema.
All right.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, which is supposed to be a horror movie, by the way, is releasing on December 5th.
Oh, we will be there.
Yeah, we will be there.
To troll again.
I'll be there, but December for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie is kind of weird.
We will still be there.
Zootopia 2 is coming to theaters November 26th.
Oh, I will be there no matter what. No, I won't. I'm lying. I will not be there.
Don't tell Judy Hopps, lover.
Oh no. And our second to last, probably the best piece of movie news for this entire week, is that a Minecraft movie has grossed 157 million domestically and 301 million worldwide on its opening weekend.
Wow.
That is insane. That's like shattering.
And guess what? The target audience, was children. Turns out it's actually just a bunch of people my age. Because my entire theater was just people in high school, pretty much.
No,
a couple of autistic middle schoolers too, but
I'm pretty sure like we're actually the target demographic, not little kids, because Jason Momoa and Jack Black.
Jason Momoa.
There's a scene where they literally like 69 each other on an elytra.
Oh,
that's an actual scene in
that
the
was
movie.
a real scene in the movie, dude. Me and my friends, we just looked at each other like right as they started doing that. I'm like, are they doing what I think they're doing?
Every time they were on screen, every time.
I know, and then they kept saying like when they were doing that, like, oh yeah, get closer, get tighter, and it was just, oh my gosh.
They made a dick cheese joke.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Me either.
After
I didn't watch the movie.
After the elytra, he's like, why do I smell gorgonzola?
Oh, that's
and then
right.
Jack Black was like, I keep a wheel of gorgonzola in my inventory or whatever.
W.
But Jason, Jason Momoa was actually kind of funny and like genuine funny in that. It wasn't like Jack Black like it's funny like, hey, when he's like, this is a crafting table, or I am Steve. Like it's not like funny like that. Or Flint and Steel. It's not like that. It's like real like funny, like good acting and stuff.
Yeah, no, Jason Momoa was like legitimately actually hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's just fun. It's just him playing like this loser, and I love the part where he's like trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm the garbage man, game of the year 1989. It's like, oh yeah, I don't even think about it.
Oh yeah, I don't even think about it. They literally, like, Jack Black and Jason Momoa literally do the Predator you son of a bitch handshake in this movie.
Multiple times too. Like that's the type of stuff I'd be doing with my friends, and it's just like, bro. They just kept spamming that emote.
Like, I'm pretty sure the people who made this movie like had to be aware. Like, the director's the guy who made.
And then there's a freaking dude named General Chungus in this. One of the freaking
General
from the Nether.
Chungus.
Yes, and General Chungus says, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to go unalive you." Genuine quote from the movie.
You cannot
Yeah,
convince me
he
that was
literally.
not written by AI.
No.
This is probably an AI generated movie.
This is directed by the guy who did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre.
Dude did Nacho Libre and then made whatever this was.
So I think this guy might be actually just have ironic humor. Like I think he understands what's going on.
Yeah.
We call
Well,
that
the Nacho Libre is
Ryan.
absolute cinema, right?
Ryan, we call that Asperger's nowadays.
Yeah, I know. I have it.
Yo, Asperger's kind of goated.
Can I get an ass chicken sandwich instead, please?
Yeah, just go to Popeyes.
Get out.
Yeah, that was not.
So
Nate,
you wanted
that
an
was a
ass
bad
chicken
thing.
sandwich.
Yeah, Popeyes is phenomenal. You should have said KFC.
I didn't even know KFC had a chicken sandwich, to be completely honest.
Yeah, they got it during the Great Chicken Sandwich Battle of 2022 that happened for some reason.
The only chicken sandwich I can recall them having is the one with the buns were just 2 donuts.
I forgot about that. No, they also have another one where the buns are 2 more chicken patties.
So it's just chicken that you pick up and eat, but it's supposed to be a sandwich?
Yeah, so something's kind of like sitting on top of the chicken, so it's kind of like it's a chicken jockey.
All right.
Sorry, I've been spamming that emote.
Spamming that emote. Oh boy. All right, I've got one more piece of movie
Flint and
news.
Steel.
Flint and Steel?
So Noah,
Yeah.
what were your ironic and your subjective ratings for the Minecraft movie before we get into the Marvel thing?
Or like my real rating for it, and then my like meme rating.
Yeah.
All right. So meme rating 5 stars. Absolute cinema.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, you know what? I get 4.5 because I've seen better so bad it's good movies, but it's still very good when we're talking about that, right?
Yeah.
For a regular rating, like 2 stars or a star and a half. I think I gave it a star and a half in my review. Might bump it up to
Mhm.
2, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But you know, it's kind of funny
Yeah,
sometimes. It's not
like
it's not as bad as like Jack and Jill or like Going Overboard.
yeah, I think this movie's just bad. I don't think it's like abhorrently awful.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think it's bad enough to where we will be watching it for a bad movie of the month eventually because it'll be very funny.
Dude, doing a watch along. Oh my gosh, imagine Uncut watch
We,
along, but we did it in the theater and recorded the audio, so like everybody was just like cheering at like Chicken Jockey and stuff.
oh, that'd be great. Chicken jockey.
Dude, I have never seen more phones out at the cinema than when I watched the Minecraft movie, and nobody cares.
Yeah, it's the Minecraft movie.
I do feel bad for the workers though, because some of the kids, like especially in the front row, the kids that were cheering the loudest, made such a big mess, dude. It was bad.
I've seen the videos. Apparently in one of the theaters, the police had to get called and escort people out.
Yeah, I saw that too.
There were I don't know how. I probably should because I used to work at a movie theater. I think the average row in a movie theater is about 20 seats, something like that.
Perchance.
There was a entire row behind me of guys wearing suits.
Nice.
Oh, I saw some dudes like dressed up as Steve, like in the parking lot when I rolled up, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a great experience." There's a lot of autism in the room for this one.
Yeah. So the girl I went on this date with, first off, she suggested that we go to the Minecraft movie as a date, so it wasn't.
Oh,
Me.
that's goated.
W lady.
Yeah, she's a keeper. But she kept texting me throughout the day. She's like, "I've gone to 3 Walmarts. I can't find a Minecraft shirt." And she found one that had a tan creeper on it and was orange. I'm like, what janky ass
What?
knockoff Walmart shirt did you find? She didn't wear it. She didn't buy it, but
Great
she
value
found it.
Minecraft shirt.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to dress up as Steve. I just wore my Batman shirt. I think I don't fucking remember. Batman's
Born to
close enough
dress
to
up at
Steve.
Born to dress up as Steve, forced to dress normally.
Born to dilly dally, forced to lock it, forced to mine.
Hmm First we
Born to
mine, then we
then
craft. Let's Minecraft.
let's Minecraft.
Actual
Dude,
quote for the movie.
Nate, there is no joke. The children yearn for the mines joke in the first 2 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, it was in the trailers.
Yeah.
As a child, I yearned for
As
the
a
mines.
child, I yearned for the mines, bro.
I heard they changed the "I am Steve" quote in the movie to make it sound different.
Yeah,
No,
they
that was
use a
that's the
different
same.
take. It
Yeah, yeah.
sounds fairly, kind of the same, but just like a slightly different take. But people are
Ah,
mad about it for some reason because they've
I'm
watched the memes like
Steve.
500 times.
I am Steve.
I think they also changed the Nether take.
Oh yeah, to make it sound less like
The N-word.
the what?
The huh?
Oh boy.
So I give this movie unironically, I think I give it 2 stars, honestly. Like, it's a fine movie. Like, if your kid is a huge Minecraft fan, like, they'll enjoy this movie. It was definitely
Well,
made
a
by
freaking
people.
child will enjoy like anything, but yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I enjoyed Jack and Jill as a child. But
yeah. Why were we watching Jack and Jill as a child?
I don't fucking know. I watched Raging Bull at 7, so
That's true. Matt Fink had you with quite the movie selection.
quite the cinema. Quite the
What's
cinema
next?
palette.
What's next? Did he show you Schindler's List at 6 years old?
No, that was my 9th birthday.
Oh my gosh.
You just made the list.
Anyway,
Schindler's List.
is that what we got for the Minecraft movie?
My unironic rating, 2 stars. It was fine. It was made by people who actually, you could tell, kind of cared about the source material just a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. Very slightly. Very, very slightly. But yeah.
Very slightly. The ironic rating, 7 stars. It got 2 more stars
Broke the
somehow.
scale.
Yeah.
All right, you
Two
guys
more
want
stars for first we mine, then let's Minecraft.
to?
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to pretend to care about a Marvel project now?
This one I actually do kind of care about, but sure.
Marvel and the big 2025.
What the
What
fuck was
was
that?
that?
What you know about the Washed Anthem?
The wash anthem.
What was that? Me? Who was that?
I think
No,
it's
it's Noah.
Marvel and the big 25.
Oh, that was not.
The Kevin
That was not.
Garnett Washed Anthem, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't.
bro had that ready to go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what it was. All I
I
heard was a black lady singing. I thought it was Wade Through the Water at first.
Oh boy.
You blow my mind.
All right, for those of you who are blissfully unaware of the 5-hour live stream that Marvel put out, that was just them looking at backs of chairs,
The absolute hubris.
that I somehow got suckered into watching.
Nate texted me when this was happening, and he's like, "Are you watching this?" I'm like, "No, I have a."
I was home from work, and I was just sitting there looking for something to do, and all of a sudden I'm doom scrolling as per usual. You know, you're looking for
That was
something to do, so you doom scroll for a bit, and I come across a TikTok live, and it's some dude just reacting to this live stream. I was like, what live stream is this? And then I see the name, and I think it was David Harbour. And I was like, why is David Harbour's name on the back of the chair? And then he pulled up a list, and it was just a list of Marvel characters. Like, oh shit, they're doing like a Marvel thing right now. So I went to the TV, turned it on the old YouTube, and I sat there for 4 hours and watched these chairs get revealed.
Yeah, Nate texted me. I was driving to work, and he's like, "You watching this?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm working.
Fair
I'm a
enough.
functional member of society." I'm like Noah.
Yeah, freeloader.
Yeah, going to school, loser.
Anyway, they released a list of 27 actors slash characters who are confirmed to be in Avengers Doomsday. So we're just gonna go through them real quick and just get our just general reactions. So the first one that they revealed,
Genital reactions?
yeah, there's maybe a little bit of reaction.
No, did you say genital reactions?
I might have.
So do I have to like say if the casting gives me like a boner or not, or
I mean, you could. I'm not gonna stop you.
I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, totally up to you, man.
All right, I think I'm not gonna do that.
Fair enough. I
Where's Noah?
totally got a boner right now. I'm not gonna show it, but I got a boner.
Dude, shout out Jeremy Fragrance. I think that's like the third episode in a row we've shout out Jeremy Fragrance.
For real.
What a
All right.
guy.
What a lad. Absolute lad.
Certainly one of the humans to walk the earth.
You know,
I think so.
he's no LeBron James, but he's got some quality. Anyway,
Yeah, I'd agree.
pretending to care about Marvel, even though I actually do care about this a little bit. So based off the cast list, I don't know how this can be bad. I'm sure Marvel will find a way.
It definitely can be bad.
If anyone can find a way.
It's actually very easy for a movie with a big cast to be bad. It's just Marvel hasn't done it yet until yeah, this is the first attempt they've had at like a big event movie since Endgame. So I don't know. We shall see.
If anyone's gonna fuck it up, it's going to be Marvel.
Who's directing this one?
The Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers and the Big 2-5.
The Russo brothers are good directors.
Yeah, they're alright.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, but
were they just merchants of Infinity War and Endgame, or were they actually good?
I mean, they did Winter Soldier and Civil War too.
That's true. But like a Captain America movie is like impossible to be bad.
Fair.
You haven't seen Captain America: The First Avenger.
That movie's good.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
Yeah, that movie's literally good. But all right.
That's what you sound like.
And what do you sound like? A hater.
Oh, they also directed. They did direct Cherry, however.
Isn't that the movie where Tom Holland takes it up the ass?
Yes. They also directed that new Netflix movie with Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown, The Electric State.
Ooh.
Which I've heard was terrible.
The only state I like is the deep state.
Heyo. But the first actor that they revealed was Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay. Nobody cares.
Are we supposed to give our? Well, I mean, it's like an.
Wow. The last time I saw Thor was in Thor: Love and Thunder, so there's not really like a good good impression of him right now.
Yeah, I mean, more than half of the Thor movies are bad.
But yeah. I mean, 3 of the 4 are bad, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Vanessa Kirby as Invisible Woman, and me and Ryan already had this critique, but it pretty much spoils Fantastic Four.
What do you mean spoils it?
Because
it spoils Thunderbolt.
Well, we're not there yet, motherfucker.
Well, how does it spoil Fantastic Four, though?
I didn't think the Fantastic Four was gonna die. The Thunderbolts.
Wait, are you guys really trying to make the thing like, oh, it spoils that the Fantastic Four survived? Like, obviously they survived their first freaking movie.
Fair enough.
No. That's why I'm saying Nate's being stupid. I'm not making that claim.
Okay, Nate's making
Nate's
making that claim. All right.
I'm saying it's stupid that they announced all of the Thunderbolts because some of them could have died, and now they're like, because it's a spin-off movie. Like, obviously, some of the Thunderbolts could have died, and they just announced all the ones except one. So now I know that Taskmaster is gonna die and get replaced by a dude, and the rest of the Thunderbolts are gonna survive, which is dumb.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
dumb.
I wasn't gonna watch Thunderbolts anyway, so.
Obviously, the Freaktastic Four are gonna survive.
Fine.
I actually might watch Fantastic Four because that's something new.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna watch
different.
Fantastic Four.
Like the Thunderbolts, I'm like, do I really have to? Like, no.
No, it's like I'll just watch it when it comes to streaming, if that.
No, I won't even do that. I haven't watched like any Marvel stuff like in years, really.
Marvel threatens to release another movie.
No, it's been rough. Whenever I've like tried to be like, oh, let me get back into Marvel. Let me watch what they got going on recently. Then I've watched like Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm like,
or Secret Invasion.
mhm.
All right. After Vanessa Kirby, and granted, there was like 15 to 20 minutes between each reveal. So you would get one person, you'd be excited for like a minute, and then you'd have 15 minutes of just silence, just waiting for the next reveal.
Yeah.
But the next one was Anthony Mackie for Captain America.
Wow, I'm so
Fine.
excited.
I mean,
Wow, the guy that played Captain.
No disrespect to Anthony Mackie, but it's like, that's really that's really going to be like one of the premier characters of the new Avengers team now. Like,
yeah, I
he
mean,
just doesn't have like.
I haven't seen the new Captain
It's just
America
a
movie yet.
downgrade, man.
It is a downgrade.
Just,
No
I've
disrespect
never
to Anthony
liked.
Mackie, of course.
I've never really liked his character like that much. He always has just been like a cool side character, like that. Like never, I didn't really love him in Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, whatever.
I like
Whatever
doing
that
Falcon and Winter
was.
Soldier. I think he's cool.
I
He's
mean,
fine.
he was fine. It's just like he didn't like scream to me as like a main. He doesn't have main character energy.
He needs another actor to bounce off of.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like I did like him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's also because Sebastian Stan, who was next, is also just a really charismatic person.
Yeah. See, like he could be the main character of a movie or a show, and I could get behind that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But yeah, Sebastian Stan, Winter Soldier was next. Then Letitia Wright as Black Panther.
Boo! I thought it was supposed to be Ryan Reynolds.
No, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan
Sorry.
Gosling, yeah, I remember that. It's like the recasting. Let's get Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. I'm like, that might be the worst thing I've ever heard.
Nah. That would be
Let's get a
amazing.
white dude as Black Panther. A white dude as Black Panther, bro.
That would be phenomenal.
Ryan Gosling, but he's just playing his character from The Nice Guys.
That would actually be pretty funny.
Ryan Gosling, but he's just the who he was in La La Land.
Guys, what if we did Avengers Doomsday, but it was The Notebook?
That'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared. All right.
So anyway, guys, thank you for coming to the movie news episode. Apparently, we're like 30 minutes in.
We're 34 minutes in.
We're making it over an hour, Ryne. You hater.
I don't care. Now that I can watch my wrestling, I turned babyface again.
Yeah. You can watch your grown men grope each other in these scripted fights.
Hey, last match was grown women, so you watch your damn mouth.
Oh. You know what? Valid.
My apologies, sir. All right. After Letitia Wright was Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, which I don't really give a fuck about.
No, okay. I like Ant-Man.
I like Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd, and I like him as Ant-Man, but
I like Ant-Man. The problem is this movie sucked. But
90% of his appearances are terrible.
His first movie was kind of funny. It's not like a good movie, but it's funny. Um, but
I
his
like
other two
Ant-Man
movies
1.
are pretty bad. Ant-Man 1's
Yeah.
good.
Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't
Ant-Man,
good, but I feel like it's
Ant-Man,
fun.
no, it's not. Ant-Man and the
Yeah.
Wasp is buns, bro.
Yeah, we were doing me and my friend were doing my college roommate freshman year. I think I've talked about this before. We were doing an entire MC watch along, and the day before we did Infinity War and Endgame, we had to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and
Oh
Captain
no.
Marvel,
No,
and
no,
that was
no,
the
no.
Dude,
day.
Just Ant-Man, just the first Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? Not Quantumania.
Sorry, Ant-Man. We just had to watch the Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then we had to watch uh, Captain Marvel, and that was the day's movies. Like
Oof.
that was
I
how we spent our day.
I still have not seen Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's not worth it. One of my roommates went to. He literally like we were like, all right, while we do this MCU thing, some of us we're gonna skip class sometimes so we can get movies like when people are available. He's like, yeah, I'm going to class, man.
I would do
From
the
I
same.
think the Avengers onward, I'm pretty sure I saw every movie in theaters except for Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Captain Marvel in the theater. I don't know why, but
I did.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I haven't seen it
I
since.
don't think I did.
That was the only one from like
No,
2012 to
honestly though,
2019 where I didn't see it in theaters.
Cap there are worse movies than Captain Marvel for sure in the MCU.
I'm
It
sure there
is
are.
like
I just think Brie
there are way
Larson
worse
is a
actually.
terrible actress. She just plays that character like such a bitch.
I haven't watched a whole lot of Brie Larson stuff, so I
Well,
can't comment on her as an actress, but she's pretty bad in Marvel movies.
you know, you know why Brie Larson acts like a bitch?
Because she is.
Because Brie Larson's a bitch.
Fair enough.
She just plays herself.
Little do we know she's not acting.
I was acting.
All right.
Anyway, let's
After
rapid fire some of
yeah,
these.
after Paul Rudd, there's a bunch that no one's gonna give a fuck about. Wyatt Russell,
Yeah, it's
U.S. agent.
90% now.
Hey, I
Oh
like.
my gosh. Yeah.
I do,
US agent.
I do like Wyatt
Yeah.
Russell. I think he's a
He's
good
not
actor. I like
he's
Wyatt Russell.
he's a good actor. It's just his
I
character I don't
like
really care
U.S.
about,
agent.
but
I'm gonna butcher this fucking name. It's Tanak Huerta Mia as Namor.
Oh yeah, that guy, the brown guy.
Uh,
you can't
but
just say that.
yeah,
The
we're just,
brown guy.
no, we're just gonna gloss over it. The next is Eben Moss Backrack as the Thing.
Oh, the
Simu,
Jewish guy.
yeah, the Jewish guy. Simu Liu as Shang Chi. I like
Oh, the Asian guy.
W.
I did like
W.
Shang Chi.
Oh, the yellow guy.
Actually,
Oh, all right.
stop.
Flo-
Stop.
Florence Pugh, Yelena.
I
Kelsey
hope she
Grammer as
is.
Beast.
Yeah.
Lewis Pullman as Sentry, who's a Thunderbolt, and we haven't seen him actually in a film yet. I don't think.
Yeah, but it'll be cool.
Is
Sentry's a
it
cool character.
hold up. Is it yeah, Sentry's like freaking OP as hell. Like, okay.
Yeah, we just haven't seen
That's
him
gonna be
in a movie
interesting.
yet.
Yeah. Okay,
Danny
that could
Ramirez.
actually be pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
think I'll
fun.
see Thunderbolts.
You know what? Sentries and Thunderbolts? You know what? I might have to get that to watch.
Let's
I'm
see.
into
Danny
town.
Ramirez.
Yeah, Danny Ramirez Falcon or the new Falcon.
Hey,
But-
he was one. He was
Okay.
kind of annoying in Captain America, but like towards the end, I actually started to like him. So I would like to see where his character goes.
Okay, so he's in the new Captain America.
Yeah,
That's where he's
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
he's the new sidekick.
yeah.
No, no.
He was the insert Marvel funny character for that movie, and he was kind of annoying at first, but he grew on me.
Quote unquote funny.
Mhm.
Let's see. Next is Joseph Quinn, Human Torch, which I like Joseph Quinn. I don't particularly like his
Mr.
casting
Quinn's
as
Human
Human
Torch?
Torch. Yeah, he is.
Ooh, that's kind
I,
of a weird casting, but
yeah, I don't
I mean
particularly
he's a
like
solid actor though, so
I don't particularly like the fact that he was cast as Joseph as Human Torch. But
I don't either. Johnny Storm's supposed to be awesome. Joseph Quinn looks like a fucking dork.
Yeah. I like Joseph Quinn.
He's a good actor. I mean, he
Yeah.
could do a good job, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems kind of a weird choice to me.
Next was David Harbour as Red Guardian. Red Guardian, the only highlight in the entire Black Widow movie, and I'm excited to see him back.
Yeah. I was gonna say, isn't that
Mhm.
one of the random characters that was in that movie? I still haven't watched Black Widow, and I don't plan to, but
Yeah, one of the only good characters in that entire movie. Winston Duke as M'Baku.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
they pull the
he's
random
a
M'Baku appearance. All
yeah
right, nice.
he's a fun character. Hannah John Kamen as Ghost.
Oh, why are they bringing her? That's the most random character to bring back. What?
She's in Thunderbolts.
Exactly.
Uh,
So it's literally the entire cast of Thunderbolts except for Taskmaster.
okay. Wait, isn't Ghost the one from Ant-Man and the Wasp though?
Yes, she is.
Why are they bringing her? Well, why'd they bring her back? That's dumb.
Uh,
She was a terrible character.
Marvel.
That was like one of the worst villains, bro. Like, dude, why?
No, you're
Of
not.
all the villains to bring back, why her? All
No,
right.
you're not wrong at all. And then we get to some of the good ones. We've got Tom Hiddleston coming back as Loki. Patrick Stewart's back as Professor X. Ian McKellen's back as Magneto. Alan Cumming is back as Nightcrawler. Rebecca Romijn's back as Mystique, and James Marsden is back as Cyclops. So pretty much the main 2000s X-Men crew.
Okay.
Which
Except Hugh Jackman, which might be in it.
yeah, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are probably going to be in it. They just weren't confirmed in this live stream, which is fine. I don't particularly care either way. But I think it'll be cool to see these actors back as these iconic characters from their filmography. So
Yeah, I'll go see it. I probably won't enjoy it, but I'll go see it.
Channing Tatum is back as Gambit, which
Oh yeah.
he was fun in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'll be excited to see him back. I hope he does the voice the whole time.
I'm just worried that he's gonna die, which, maybe it was a good thing that Gambit was never adapted before this, because I didn't have to worry about him dying in every movie he's in.
That's true. Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic, which again we knew that was going to happen, and Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Which Noah, I know you have thoughts on the whole Doctor Doom casting. I would like you to share with the audience.
There's a reason why I think Marvel is washed. Yeah. I think I've already ranted about that before on this podcast.
If
It's
they end
just
up
so
casting,
it just seems like such a desperate attempt to get people in the theater. And you know what? It's gonna work. I'm gonna be in the theater, but like it's not gonna be good. I just want to see how they fall on their face with this. But I hope it is good. But I don't know, man.
I
It's just so weird.
I hope it's good so that we can actually so that Marvel actually has traction to make good projects after it, even though we know they won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up our
This really is
43
just a
minutes of
movie
movie
news.
news.
All right, we're gonna talk about Memento now for like 10 minutes. And we could definitely talk
43
about a lot
minutes
more
of
than that.
movie news. Jesus.
Yeah. Come on,
hey
Nate.
guys.
Nate's really got to take the entire show of my episode. All right.
Yeah, hey
All right.
Nate, I don't think this was your episode, so next week keep it to a minimum.
Yeah. We had to
Even
talk
though
about the Minecraft movie though. That was valid.
next week will
keep
be
it to a
Minecraft.
minimum
Isn't
on a
next week literally
keep it to
Nate's
a
episode
minimum on
next
a
week?
3-hour movie.
Wait, what movie are you doing next week?
Babylon.
Oh,
The
a
3-hour
3 hour
movie,
movie.
by the way.
It's Damien Chazelle, so hopefully it's good, but GG's. Anyway, so that's all we got for movie news?
Yes, that concludes our movie news.
Oh, that's it? Only 43 minutes?
Okay. Nate, come with more next week, or don't come at all.
All right.
Yeah, all right. So today's movie is supposed to be Memento, directed by Christopher Nolan.
This
And
movie was.
so I believe, so Ryan, this is your first watch, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then obviously Nate, you've seen it before because you're a Nolan
Of course
lover.
I've seen it.
Yeah. I saw this for the first time a couple months back, and it was a pretty interesting first watch for sure, and that we wanted to revisit, and so it was nice to revisit for this podcast now. But I'm just wanting to hear what Ryan's thoughts are after the first watch because it's an interesting first watch because you're kind of confused for most of the movie, and then it kind of starts to make sense at the end, or at least that's how it was for me. But I wonder how it was for you, Ryan.
I mean, I liked this movie. I thought it was a little bit jarring. Like, I don't know. I think Natalie's a bitch, and I think she
Oh
should
yeah,
be
well I mean
killed.
that's kind of the point. She was taking advantage of a dude who can't remember anything.
Well, can he remember stuff? Who knows? Maybe he's just retarded.
Oh, no, well, I mean Natalie calls him that, so
Is that what does she?
yeah. Talking
Wait,
about
when?
because she was like it was kind of towards the end I think, where she was just like yelling at him and just like oh yeah you're not gonna remember anything I say because you're just freaking retarded or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. My favorite part in this whole movie is when what's the guy's name? Like Hoyt or something? The guy that he like kidnaps.
Dodds or Dodd.
Dog.
Yeah, God. Okay. I love
What
that
a weird name.
scene. I love that scene where Ralph from The Sopranos comes in and he's like, they have the gun and he's like, Jesus, is that your gun? He's like, I think it's his. I don't think they'd let a guy like me carry a gun.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite scene in the whole movie, in all honesty.
Pretty good line.
I love witty
Why?
dialogue like that in movies, so I enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Uh, so
Do you not have your
what
phone with
else?
you? I kind of need
Is that
mine.
what you got with the one line?
Can you just go grab your
Yeah, I
phone
thought
real
it was a
quick?
pretty enjoyable movie.
I need my phone.
Decently confusing, but like
What?
I kind of it was confusing,
What
but
are
I
you so
also
pissed off
knew
about?
where it was gonna go in like the first 5 minutes, kind of. But maybe that's just because I'm overexposed to movies.
Yeah, probably.
I did. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill this guy at the end of the movie, and then he kills him like 2 seconds later, and I'm like, oh shit, all right. Like here were my notes. I started to take notes. I didn't finish them. Um, I
Brought you
said
took
I
notes
like.
for an uncut version podcast.
Uh, so these were my notes. It's the credits being done in reverse before the movie in itself starts in reverse. I thought that was a really cool idea. And I
Mhm.
said, holy shit, it's Ralph. And then the next note is, oh, it's holy shit, Ralph is dead. Those are the two notes I took. Two of the three notes I took are holy shit, it's Ralph, and holy shit, Ralph is dead.
Holy shit,
All right, well
Ralph is
here's
dead.
the real question. This or the Minecraft movie, what would you rather watch?
Probably the Minecraft movie, because then I could just turn off my critical thinking skills.
But I kind of like this because I like actually like was it was kind of nice
Yeah.
to like, think in a movie and like piece together the story.
Ryan doesn't like
Just
movies where he has to think.
Yeah,
no.
like I kind of enjoyed thinking in a movie and not just like turning my brain off and watching brain rot like I do when I doom scroll.
That is true.
Well,
Nate, what were your
yeah,
thoughts?
Nate,
Um, I guess I can have an opinion.
Opinion dropping in 5 minutes.
No, I mean,
you gotta pay $20 for me to give my opinion.
yeah, I'll give you the trailer, but the full release is gonna cost you. No, I mean
Ooh.
I'm a Nolan Glazer, so I like this movie. Um, the fact that
What?
what? No, I like that it's pretty much shot in reverse, where like what would normally be the climax of another movie is just the opening in him killing Teddy.
Hmm.
And then it just goes back from there. We get a little bit of a flashback where we see he's on the phone with Teddy at the beginning, or yeah,
Looks like I saw something where it's like the phone conversations, like anything like black and white like that. That's in chronological order, kind of like in the
yes,
way
Mhm.
they're told, and then the stuff in colors reverse.
Mhm.
yeah, up until the end when the real
Hmm.
climax and the reveal is. But yeah, so all the flashbacks where it's like this is what led into that moment, and you see him taking notes for everything, and like we see what went into what happened at the beginning in a different way than you would see it in a normal film. And I like that. I think this was Nolan's second film he directed.
I think it's his first.
It might
Uh,
it might be like his first full feature, I
I
guess.
I had the answer before and I just forgot. Following was his first in 1998.
Oh,
I've never seen that movie.
That's because it had a budget of $6,000 and only grossed $130,000.
oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Actually,
this is
it
first
all,
basically.
So Memento was his first like this was his breakout film, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
But you really you really got to see his style of direction where he doesn't just give you all the answers, he kind of makes you think about it. Very similar to Shutter Island in a way.
Mhm.
And I like how the whole premise of it is just him finding his purpose for it's just revenge for the quote unquote murder of his wife. And then the whole reveal happens at the end, and we see him going through the events of the whole movie under the false pretense that he is after Teddy instead of some random guy that he had already murdered.
Well, I guess do I go to my opinion now? Do I
Yeah, I guess you should.
drop my
I
opinion?
guess you got to lead the episode or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Leave them some.
All right. What do I talk about? How do I do this? All right. Anyway, just my general thoughts. I'd say, this was a movie directed by Christopher Nolan, and no, okay. So this is a really interesting movie. I kind of touched on it earlier, where it's just like I liked having to like be an active viewer in this, really, in a sense, kind of just like having to piece together the entire story and stuff. And unlike Ryan, I guess I haven't been exposed to as many movies, so I didn't really know exactly where it was going. I mean, I guess it wasn't that shocking to find out like he was the one who killed his wife or whatever, but it was still like a nice twist, and it was just kind of interesting following the entire story. And I think it's like such a simple premise at first, where it's like, oh, a guy's trying to track down his wife's murderer, but they do it in such a cool and unique way where obviously he's got the whole memory thing and the story is told out of order and all that. So I think that was a great way to make what was originally like kind of a basic premise into a really unique and interesting film. And I think just the whole structure of it is fantastic, and that's what kept me engaged throughout all of it. And going in, like I heard, like it was really confusing, but honestly, like they make it pretty simple to follow, though, even though it's like a different way of telling a story, obviously. So it's not like confusing for no reason or anything like that.
Hmm. I would agree.
But
This is definitely a movie.
this is a movie that was produced. That's our great analysis. What else could we touch on? So Ryan, yeah, we know you for not liking endings too much, ambiguous endings specifically. But I want to hear your thoughts on this ending. What did you think? Did you like it, or are you kind of indifferent about it, or what?
Uh, I'd say I'm a little bit indifferent, trending towards liking. I don't dislike the ending of this movie. Like I famously dislike the ending of what's the one I hate?
Interstellar.
What, The Thing?
No, Interstellar. I've been changed on.
No, what was it? The Thing?
No, no, I don't like the thing's ending, but I get why it exists. I guess it was Interstellar.
Yeah, it was Interstellar when we did the
Well,
Interstellar movie.
you didn't like Interstellars, and then you didn't like The Thing, so there's multiple.
Yeah, I don't like the things, but I respect it. So I guess it was Interstellar. Yeah, this movie's ending is fine. I wouldn't say I love it, but it's alright. I kind of don't like, and this is probably why I don't know. I kind of don't like the whole is this guy a bad? Is this guy crazy? Or is he just a bad guy? I kind of don't like that whole angle.
I mean, but
Mhm.
it
That
was
movie
it was it was neither.
sometimes.
Yeah, he was just he had his condition, and that's what caused his wife to die, and he kind of made up a lot of this. It's
But
kind of we did or not Interstellar, Inception. Wait, no, what was that? Never
In
mind. Where was I going? Okay, I lost my train of thought.
We
Go on,
did do
Ryan.
both of those movies.
Yes, we did
yes,
do. I forgot where I was gonna go with them. But
you were
okay,
thinking about Shutter Island. I guarantee it.
Shutter Island. Yes, thank you. With the endings where it's kind of the same thing where like both characters like make up stuff to like help with their grief
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah. The Memento
So I
guys
kind
and
of like that whole
also
thing.
he is crazy. He's insane. This isn't a real condition. He's making it up.
In the context of the film, it is though.
Yeah.
No, I wholeheartedly don't think he actually has this condition.
Why do you say that?
I think he's just. They talk about when uh the guy what the fuck was his name Stanley
Sandy.
something. I think so. Was that the guy who got in the car accident?
Yeah, I mean the other guy that had the condition in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. They say that it's not an actual something wrong with the brain. It like physically, it's just like a mental thing. So I don't think he actually has it. I think he's just he's just self-diagnosing himself with this thing, or he has that sort of identity disorder where it's kind of like being a super aggressive form of a hypochondriac, where when you see somebody being sick, you make yourself sick and kind of latch onto them. I think he's just doing that. I think he's just literally insane and gave himself this mental illness.
Yeah, but Teddy says in the movie that the things that happened in the bathroom did happen.
Yeah.
So the co-association was he was making up the story as for Sammy with the insulin when it was actually him because he didn't want to be the one to deal with that grief. It was the conditioning part that they talked about when he was touching the metal cubes and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Mhm.
like I think he definitely has it. He is conditioning his brain to think I didn't kill my wife, someone else did, and I have to get revenge.
Mhm,
Like he definitely has the condition.
mhm.
I think that's pretty much all but confirmed in the film.
Yeah. I
See
was
what
gonna say I feel like they
ChatGPT
made it pretty
says.
clear that he definitely has the condition.
Yeah, he's even
Because
throughout the
yeah,
film, like
yeah. So what was the guy's name? Sammy Jenkins or something like
yes,
that?
yeah, something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
yeah, that whole story. Yeah, he made that whole story up as like something like that was literally what happened with him, but he made that story up to like help with his avoid his grief or whatever.
Yeah, like throughout the film, you can see him kind of coming to a realization, like he doesn't know why he is where he is. Like when he's in the bathroom
Mhm.
in the motel with the bottle, he's
Hmm.
like, "Well, I don't feel drunk."
Yeah,
Hmm.
Or when he willingly drank the beer that everybody spit in.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. There's so many times where he's taken advantage of, and like why I think that also makes it pretty clear that he actually has it.
Yeah, the fact that he was renting out multiple rooms in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah,
so funny
yeah.
to me.
So many people took advantage of him in this movie, and it's like that is so realistic. That would definitely happen in real life.
I think more what I'm saying is I think that this is not a result of any physical trauma. I think he's a hypochondriac, and I think he's giving it to himself.
Ryan, when he completely ignores all the evidence and just stays with his interpretation.
Well, no. I
No,
get what he's saying. Like
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
I get it. It's just wrong.
like he's saying he has the
no,
condition, but not because of him getting his brain smashed in. He thinks that
yes, I think he just
he's
has a mental disorder, and he's giving it to himself.
yeah, he thinks that
Oh,
Leonard
okay.
himself is convincing himself that he has short-term memory loss. Even like he might
Mhm.
have at one point after the bathroom incident, and then he just convinced himself so much that
Mhm.
he can't cure himself. Because I get what you're saying. Because
Which,
throughout the movie, like he's
Yeah.
like there's no way he would know, just like he would just know to check his pockets for his pictures all the time without some sort of like premeditated
Mhm.
plan. So like I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't agree with your analysis, but like
I think it's
because
definitely
you're
just like this is
in terms
definitely a
of
case
just
for me
talking.
where it's like the
Mhm.
simplest explanation is probably the most plausible, but
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, which is fair. I think it's just like in terms of talking about your brain is definitely powerful enough to do that if
yeah,
you really wanted it to.
Yeah, I don't disagree with your take necessarily. I just it's not the one I choose to believe.
Which is fair. I think this movie is open ended enough to where you can have multiple interpretations of it.
perchance. But like my interpretation is right.
Yeah, because like
Oh, you're
we
right.
know he kills Teddy, and we see the thought process that goes into it about why he killed Teddy, because
Mhm.
he wrote in his notes that Teddy was John G, which technically is true.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
don't want to be named John G and where where Leonard lives because he might just kill you. I wonder though, imagine like if he just kept like going on like finding every single John G and just like killed them all. Like
No John
that would be
G
the
is
weird
safe.
like just the weirdest serial killer story where it's just like this serial killer kills people that's only named John G.
The John G killer.
Yeah, it would literally be something like that.
No, I will say Nolan did a good job, and I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head, but the guy that played Teddy, he did a really good job convincing me that he actually did rape and murder Leonard's wife on my first watch.
Yeah.
He was very suspect the entire time.
Oh yeah, I was like no, like towards the end,
You,
I'm just like, bro, there's no way you're believing this dude. This dude is the most suspect individual ever.
you don't know the actor who played Teddy?
Not his name off the top of my head, no.
I
I
don't
feel
either,
like
but it's the guy. It's the guy who played Ralph in The Sopranos. I
Yeah,
think it's
I know that. I just don't know
well,
his name.
I think it's
yeah.
like Joe Pantoliano or something.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I think that's his name. I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's also the captain in Bad Boys.
Joe Pantoliano. Pantoliano, I guess.
Yeah, he's in Bad Boys.
He is in Bad Boys. That's right.
Bad Boys for life. He looks exactly like fucking Teddy too.
This movie kind of had a good cast. Guy Pearce was Lenny. Carrie Ann
Yeah, Guy
Moss was
Pearce.
Natalie.
Yeah, but she was the worst person on the planet.
Me when I take advantage of somebody who can't remember anything and just call him a retard.
Yeah, and call his
Well, he was
wife
kind of,
call his dead wife a whore.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's right. That's the thing that set Leonard off, and like like so that he hit her, and then like yeah, it was crazy what Natalie did, but
Mhm.
not a good person.
I'd hit her.
I bet you would.
Yeah,
I
I
did
feel
not
like it's
hit her. It's
pretty.
not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Teddy.
I miss watching The Room. I should watch it again.
We should watch it in a watch along next time.
Bro, we definitely should. Or not even like for a podcast episode, but like just get on a Discord call and just watch it.
I'm down.
Like, why not?
What? Watch what?
I would
The Room.
The Room again.
Oh, I'd be down to do it for an episode even.
Like, why not? Like, we can say it's just a watch along. Like, and that could be a first test at like having it actually like show the movie while going over the audio, and just have that be like a test, just as an excuse for to watch The Room.
The Room redub.
Make a Discord server, or hold a Discord movie night for all of our fans.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Noah.
All
What
right.
else do you want to talk about?
What else? I don't really know. Like, see, it's like a very interesting movie, but I don't know. Like, there's not a whole lot of talking points, I don't think, about it, or at least not off the top of my head. Because again, I didn't write freaking notes for this one because I watched this movie like 10 minutes before recording, as usual.
That's right.
Um,
We'll be back next month for notes.
yeah, we'll return after that. But it's like, I don't know. But it is interesting how I kind of pointed out earlier, where it's like it is kind of similar to Shutter Island in a way, where it's like both characters like make themselves believe a lie to like they're just like it just gaslights up themselves into believing something that's fake so that
Mhm.
they can avoid their grief and whatnot.
I mean, even Inception in a way.
Yeah, kind of. We've been doing a lot of like ambiguous ending type things or like twist endings lately.
Which is crazy because I don't like them.
Yeah, Ryan's the only one not picking
Okay.
twist endings.
We're doing this to like torture Ryan or something. Like he
Well,
just
yeah,
hates it.
it's his penance for making us watch The Irishman next month.
Yeah.
It's not happening next month. It's happening in September.
All right. Well, September then we get tortured.
It's still a 4-hour movie.
It is by Martin Scorsese though, so
Yeah, I mean Scorsese can cook.
that's-
Like Scorsese can
let him
cook, but
cook.
like 4 hours is a long time. Oh, I'm sorry, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, get your
Yeah,
fucking
get it
facts
right.
straight.
And also, you're literally doing a 3-hour movie next week. I don't want to hear it.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, what movie should I choose next month to come back from this?
I don't know. I don't have a movie till May.
What do you mean you don't have a movie until May?
What do you mean?
I don't have an April pick
Why?
because my weekend is WrestleMania weekend. I won't be
You can
available.
watch WrestleMania while we record the podcast.
Oh my gosh, bro.
No, WrestleMania is an event. I am not on that weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I'll consider it.
Ryan, when it's his turn to lead an episode.
Yeah.
I don't wanna. I don't feel like it.
Man, I don't wanna.
It either doesn't get released or we don't talk about the movie at all.
Hey, the last time my episode didn't get released is because Noah couldn't download the audio. Not
Nuh-uh.
my fault.
Nuh-uh.
What did we even do for your pick last month? Oh, it was Good Will Hunting.
Mhm.
All right. Ryan cooked with Good Will Hunting. I'll give him that.
Hey, that also kind of has an ambiguous ending.
No, I don't.
Not.
I,
Nah, guys, my interpretation of Good Will Hunting's ending is that he just like goes on vacation for no reason.
Well, what if he goes to California and the chick doesn't want him anymore?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's not really like an ambiguous ending. It's just like something that could happen. But I don't even know what the hell to call that.
Something that could happen. So you're saying it's ambiguous?
No, shut up. All right, we're gonna talk about Memento again. What else do I want to talk about? I mean,
Mafrico.
Shut up. Get out.
You need to
But
leave.
it is pretty impressive though. This is like one of Nolan's like very early movies, and it's got like such a creative structure to it. And it's like when I originally was like looking up Nolan movies and like heard like the premise for this, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound like. I mean, it sounds kind of interesting, but it's like it doesn't sound that interesting. And then it's like you realize the part where it's like, oh, the dude's memory is all effed up, and you know, we got the whole thing is out of order and all that. Then
Yeah.
that's what really makes it interesting because it's like somebody going after the wife's killer. It's like, ah, that's like the most basic story of all time.
Yeah,
That'd be
Nolan
But to
made
cool.
actually
Tenet
make it really
20 years
interesting.
before he released Tenet and didn't realize it.
You know, it's pretty funny. Like you would think Nolan made Tenet first, and then Memento was like the perfected version. But
No, I mean he struck gold and then decided to keep digging.
99% of gamblers quit before they win big.
You're totally right.
Is this a sign to start gambling?
All right, I'm going
Is
to
it?
the online blackjack right now.
The online blackjack.
Blackjack's the only game that requires skill at the casino.
Are you sure?
I literally play roulette.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just play roulette?
Oh,
Nate,
you know,
like,
you
come
gotta
on.
you gotta get you gotta get the money up a little bit in blackjack first, and then just put it all on black.
Okay, but
You
like,
know,
why wouldn't you just like,
well, no, you gotta go up like 100 or 150 on blackjack, then
yeah.
put all of your
Okay,
all of your
bro,
winnings.
bro, just do slots, man. Come on.
You gotta take out a second mortgage on your house, then put all of the money on green because that's the color of money.
No, not even green,
Yo,
just double
you're
zero.
you're onto something. Or are
Mhm.
you on something? Actually, you might be just on beyond something.
Oh, I am.
For legal reasons, don't take our gambling advice.
For legal
Take
reasons, do take our gambling advice. I'm
take
a
our gambling
certified.
advice. I
I'm a
gamble a lot.
certified. I'm a certified gambler, so take our gambling advice.
Yo, yeah, there's a lot of experience here at the casinos, especially with Nate.
Oh yeah.
Even though all of us, even though not all of us can get into the casino.
Hey, Noah can get into casinos in New York.
I can't, yeah,
Well, good thing he doesn't fucking live in New York.
I gotta take the trip.
He's close enough.
He's like half the country away. Not really.
Not really. It's not even that
No, you
far.
just take the ferry across the river to
Stuff
Michigan.
out, stuff out west is way further than out east.
No, you just drive to Michigan, take the ferry across the lake
Dude,
and then you're
drive to
there.
drive to drive to Michigan. Ugh,
I mean, it's either that or drive through Ohio or Canada. So pick your poison.
I'd rather drive. What even is in Ohio?
That's where we keep the
Nothing.
demons.
Exactly. So we're good.
That's where we keep them.
That's where we keep it.
All right. Well, I think this episode would have been better if I took notes. And
And that it wasn't
if
95% movie news.
if Nate didn't steal my episode, like I just like got caught off guard by it.
I turned heel on the episode and just decided to hijack it
Yeah.
with movie news.
Oh my
I'm turning.
gosh.
I'm turning
We're
heel
talking
the
more
third week
about
of April.
yeah.
Joke's on you. It
Anyway,
wasn't going to be a good episode anyway.
Oh, I'm not the one that has a reputation for bad episodes, Bucko.
guys, I think I had my first bad episode. I missed for the first time.
It's okay. This is still 90 times better than Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
It was also better than Nice Guys and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this week.
Once upon a time when Hollywood was better, it just didn't release.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, no, we talked about the movie the exact same amount as we did in the Nice Guys episode.
You know, every podcast of the uncut version is basically just like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where we just like meander around and don't really like get to the point. That's
It's
that's basically every episode after the first month, because the first month this was like a serious podcast, and now it's like not.
it's we'll come back locked in for. I'll be locked in for Deer Hunter.
Oh, I'm excited
And
for
Are you
Deer Hunter.
sure?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Listen, Noah, at least with the podcast, at least sometimes there is a point. There is no point in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Memento is kind of a weird movie to go because like it's really good and it's such an interesting watch, but it's like I don't know. There's not really like a whole lot of talking points. It's so weird. Like I thought it would be cool to talk about, but then I'm like, the more I thought about it, I was like, I probably could have chose something different. Like I still really like it, but it's like it's not a whole lot. Like what else do we talk about with it other than like what we think about the ending and stuff and like yeah.
Hmm. I'm just excited for next week when Nate makes us watch a 3-hour movie and then delivers with a 45-minute episode.
You're giving me too much credit there. It's probably gonna be like 25 minutes.
It's gonna be an uncut short.
No, I mean I already know what I'm gonna say for next week.
I haven't even seen it yet.
I think you're gonna hate it, Ryan. Full honesty.
But it has Tobey Maguire in it.
See, me personally, I love Babylon, but I feel like you two are gonna hate it.
Dude, I'm like the Damien Chazelle guy. Why would I hate it?
You're right. Noah will like it. Ryan, I'm not sure if you'll like it.
At the same time, though,
Well,
I feel like it's probably going to be way different from like the two ones I've watched and really like. But
most people
also
Um,
at the same time, though, La La Land and Whiplash are very different movies.
no, yes, like theme wise, they're very different, but I think they're shot very similar. Like they use a lot of the same camera work.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, he's yeah, because the same guy directing it. But I'm saying like in terms of just like
Babylon
what they're
doesn't
actually about
feel
and
like
all
a
that.
Damien Chazelle movie.
Oh, he switched up on us.
Not so much that he switched up. It just has a different feel, just because of what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
But I digress. You'll hear my thoughts. You'll get my full opinion next week.
Full opinion dropping in a week.
See, I'm not the only person who doesn't like Babylon. That movie made $14 million
Yeah.
less than it
Yeah.
cost.
Did that movie? Yeah, I
It,
was gonna
it
say,
also
did that
came
movie
out in
like
2020.
Why would you release a
Okay.
movie in 2020? Why didn't they just delay it? Are they stupid?
It came out in 2022, Nate, at the end of it.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my gosh, Nate, you are stupid,
How
Dumbo,
many times
idiot.
did you guys go to the theater in 2022?
Couple
Probably
times.
like 5 times. Like,
Yeah,
I also think it released direct to
I went
streaming
like two or
as
three.
well as a theater release. This
Oh, okay.
released
Well,
right
why
at
would
the
you go to the theater then?
yeah, and that's why it made so little money because it was also a direct to streaming.
it only
Why
made
would
50,
why
it
would
only
they do
made
that?
$15
What?
million domestically.
That's just
Yeah,
like I don't know why studios were like we're gonna release this in theaters, but we're also gonna release it direct to streaming.
yeah. How to sabotage making money? Like that might be like one of the most brain dead things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad studios decided not to do that anymore.
Yeah, because they realized like, oh, maybe we should like make money on our theater release.
No.
Like, you know, how it's been done for years and years.
See, in
Yeah.
2020 and like early 2021, it made sense because theaters weren't open anyway.
Yeah.
I digress. Should we wrap this episode up?
Yes, we
Yeah.
should.
Put it out of its misery. Anyway, okay, so like final review scores and just a couple final thoughts, and then we can get to the outro.
8.5. See you guys next week.
Okay, and Nate.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it at the beginning. I think the concept is interesting. I like how it's chronological, just backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That
I
would be
like
the what is it? What is the opposite of chronological? Like, what's the word for that?
Reverse
non-chronological.
chronological.
Yeah, it's just
Just in
non-chronological because like it's
no. I, I,
chronological. It's
I
just
was hoping for like a unique name for it, not just non-chronological. Like that's lame.
Well, are you talking about out of order, or are you talking about backwards? Because those are two different things.
yeah, like
Uh,
non-chronological would be like
okay.
it'd be kind of like Pulp Fiction where it's like different parts of like
Okay. Yeah. All
this
right. So would it
like
just be like in reverse? You talk about for?
yeah, it's chronological just in reverse.
Well, no, there is a term for that. It's called reverse chronological.
It's a stupid term.
Okay. Here's our freaking nerd right here. Actually, it's reverse chronological.
Well, that's
No.
not being a nerd. That's just knowing how to read. I just put two fucking words together.
That's not being a nerd. That's just knowing how to read.
Anyway, no, I think it's a very good use of the unreliable narrator trope. I don't know if you can really. I guess you can call it that.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Bro just doesn't know what's going on.
This is like this is like the epitome of the unreliable narrator.
Yeah, Blood just doesn't
This
know
is
what's
like
going on.
this is like the most unreliable narrator you could have.
Buddy just
Bro,
straight up
forget
does not
everything after like
remember.
10 minutes.
All
Yo,
right,
did you know
guys.
you were the narrator of this movie? I don't remember.
Good
Yo,
episode. See you guys next
yo,
week.
was this movie good? I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, I
I'm literally Leonard from Memento.
me when I'm lettered from Memento. No, I for being his what I would consider his first major film credit, I think he knocked it out of the park. I gave it 4.5, 9.1 out of 10.
Hmm. Well, I would give it like a 9. I think I gave like 9.3 or something like that on my first review or whatever. So I'm just gonna stick with that because I think the exact same things about it as the first time I watch it. So
Mhm.
yeah, 9.3. Really good movie. I think it was just a very interesting first watch, especially. Uh, so yeah, that's the episode. Hope you guys somehow enjoyed. Um, tune in next
Woo!
tune in next week for Babylon.
Tune in next week for our first uncut short.
Uncut
Tune in
short on
next
a
week.
3-hour movie.
I'm on a mission now. I'm gonna try to make this as short of an episode as possible.
Oh, so
How?
when I do it, I'm a
Why would
bad
we do?
guy, but when you do it, you're just Nate.
Nate, you can do that without trying to do it. Like you just happen to do that.
No,
That's just how it
I
is.
want no. Like if I don't try, I can usually stretch it to like 50 to an hour.
Oh, whoa, that's really cool, man.
I've never other than one or A Year Without Santa Claus, which was a 45-minute movie. I've never had an episode less than 55 minutes.
Cool. So as like everybody else.
Yeah, so that's me not trying. If I try, I could probably get it down to like 25, 30.
But why? Is bad? Well, just choose a different movie for being like that.
Nuh-uh.
Like Babylon's bad.
Can we end the episode now?
I don't know, you're our outro guy.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to this week's episode. Next week, join us for Babylon. Or be like most of the people that saw the trailers and don't watch it.
Fuck you.
Okay. Goodbye.
Oh, also, wait. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Oh, how
Batman Forever.
fuck!
Oh
How
yeah.
did I forget?
Bro, yeah, for 40 minutes about movie news and didn't talk about Val Kilmer.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
maybe you have short-term memory loss. The watch along for this month
Bro's
will
Leonard.
be it was originally going to be Batman and Robin, but now we're doing Batman Forever to honor Val Kilmer. Next month will be Batman and Robin.
We should
What
do
if we did both? I'm kidding. I don't want to do
or
two
hear
movies in
me
a
out.
row.
Hear me out here.
Or wait,
Hmm.
what if we're able to do like we don't double dip record, but we like if we can swing this to like back-to-back days record and do
hold on. Let me cook here for a second. What if instead?
get them out of the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
stop you right there.
So we do Batman Forever, right?
Uh-huh.
As a watch along, but also in honor of Val Kilmer, we do like Top Gun or something like that as a watch along.
My pick would be Tombstone.
I would be okay with that too.
Why would we do?
That way we're doing like a known good Val Kilmer movie and not Batman Forever.
But
Just
what are you talking
in
about? Batman Forever is the good known Val Kilmer movie.
oh my bad.
Are you not familiar with Batman Forever's game?
I guess I'm not. The only thing I remember from that movie is Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
I don't remember anything either.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. We'll figure out the Val Kilmer debacle next
Yep.
week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.